Hello and welcome to Crafty Tuesday. Hope you've had a good week and you're doing some Christmas crafts now. It's beginning to get closer and closer. It's just over a week now, isn't it? And it's the big day. Have you written to Santa? I hope you've written to Santa. And is Santa's beard growing? Are you sticking your cotton wool buds onto Santa's beard? And are you taking the loops off your chain, your paper chain? Because it's not many days now and that paper chain will be completely empty. So a few more Christmas crafts, getting more and more Christmassy, and just simple crafts today because I think that's what we need to do, keep it nice and simple. We're just going to do Christmas stars. You can hang these Christmas stars in your Christmas tree, or you can put them in your window or hang them up in your bedroom or something like that. Very, very simple. I've done some pictures of Christmas stars, all sorts of different ways we can do Christmassy stars. So what you need to do, and you need to get a grown-up helper for this. It may be that you can get to your mum or your dad or whoever's at home with you to help. If you've got a bigger brother or sister, they'll be able to help you with this one. So just get some help with it. You need to go onto the internet and you need to print off, just put into Google or into the search engine, star templates. Lots of templates there, and print them off. Because to get a nice star shape like that, you really are going to need to get a template first. So go on there, print it off. And here's a little trick that I did, and I'd never done it before and it worked really well. Just print it off on ordinary paper. Then when you've got the ordinary piece of paper, just put it on, hold it, or just use a little dab of sellotape or a bit of blue tack or something onto the card, and then you can cut it out over the card, and hey presto, you made yourself a star shape on a piece of card, because you don't want flimsy paper if you're going to hang this in your Christmas tree. So that's what you can do. Then when you've got it, then it's really, really simple. All you have to do is decorate it. And the way you decorate it depends on what you've got at home. If you've got some little glittery things like this, just stick them on. Or if you've got proper glitter, you can put proper glitter on there. You don't have to do it on white card, you can do it on red card, green card, all different sorts of things. So we've got lots of different stars. When you've done that, you need to get a hole punch, a single hole punch. Again, get a grown up to help you with it, and punch a hole in it and put a little bit of parcel ribbon on it like that. And you've got your Christmas decoration. Make lots of them in all different colours. When you hole punch it with your hole puncher, I've got my hole puncher in here, I would say it's quite important that you get a grown-up to do it. I did it a few times with a few stars I made, and I got it wrong more times than I got it right. You've got to really push the hole puncher down as far as you can and go between two little spikes of the star like that, where I put the hole there. Don't try and do it on an end because you won't go far enough down and you'll end up with a hole in it. I think one of mine here, you can even see that I made the mistake. Yes, you can see the mistake I made on that one there if I show you. So get a grown-up to help you do that. Decorate them, put them on your tree. You could write a little message on the back of them, and maybe you could drop them through a neighbour's letterbox or something like that, with Happy Christmas, with love and your name on it. And it'd be a nice way to do a Christmas card to your neighbours or to your granny or somebody that you're not seeing at Christmas. You may be able to get it through their letterboxes. You'd have to post it soon if you're going to post it, but you might be able to drop it off, or an elderly person who's living nearby. That's the first stars you can do. Now, the next thing I did is I did a picture of a star like this, and I'll show you how I did that one, because it's good fun and it's easy to do. You need to get the star template like I told you here. You'll end up with 2 stars for the price of 1 here. Buy one, get one free, you know, like you get in the shops. So get yourself a bit of white card. Again, it doesn't have to be white, but I do think for this one, white card is the best. Get your template like this, and with some masking tape, have a word with the people at home, I bet they've got some, and just stick it on. You must make sure you don't use too much masking tape, and you don't go over, you go over as little. You just have to hold it at the edges onto the piece of card. And when you've done that, you only need a couple of pieces of masking tape, and don't have it overlapping. It just holds it in place. That's really all it's doing. It's just making sure it holds in place. Once it's all held in place like that, get some paint, put some nice colour paints. I'm doing it in pinks and purples because I like pink and purple, but I suppose at Christmas you could do it in other colours. You could do it in reds and greens. And what you need now is you need a sponge paint thing, and I haven't got my sponge thing here because the one that I did yesterday, I laid it on the radiator to dry off, and I've left it there before I started filming. So I'm going to have to ask Father Paul if he will go and get me my sponge painter, and I'm going to tell him that it's by the cat's radiator, because our cats are very, very spoiled, and they've got their own little heated pad and radiator, and I've put it right on the floor by the radiator. So I'm hoping Father Paul can find it. Have you found it, Father Paul? Thank you. Well, yeah, and it is quite dry. Thank you, Father Paul, for doing that for me. I put it there to dry and forgot I'd got it there. So you want a sponge thing like that, just dip it in and just put little sponge spots all over what you're doing. Go all over the star and everything. It doesn't matter where you put it. Go over the star, over the cardboard, everything. Just put sponge spots everywhere you want to do it. Then with the other one, you can get some more, and you can put more sponge spots all over it. Make sure you fill it. You must go down the edges. That's quite important. So you get the star shape, but you can put them just like you want all over. And I've got some darker pink as well, so you can go back and you can put some darker ones on, and just keep doing that. Do it with the darker ones and just sponge it all over. As I say, the more you sponge it over, the nicer, the more, but make sure you go along the edges. I'll show you what I'm doing in a minute, or what I've done rather. It doesn't matter if you don't go to the edges of the cardboard, but it does matter that you go to the edges of. So you just sponge it all over like that. See, I've gone over the star and everything. You've just really got a load of splodges on there. And then very, very carefully, you lift the star off. And there we are. You lift it off. And you've got a nice star shape, you see, like that. Leave it to dry. And of course, the other thing you've got, if you're very careful, you take off the bits of paper that you glued it on with, stuck it on with, the masking tape. When you've taken that off, it won't wreck the paper. That's why you use masking tape. But obviously where that is, leaves a little bit of a mark on the star. So just fill that in with a bit more of the paint. And there you are. You've got a star. So as I said, you've got 2 stars for the price of 1. Great fun. And as I say, you could do it in reds and greens. You can do it in pinks and so on, like I've done. You need to leave it to dry. And then when it's finished drying, and it'll take a little while to dry, you can decorate it. This one here I decorated with glittery things. I've got lots of little glittery stickers and so on that I've managed to buy in the pound shop and things like that. Or you can just use ordinary glitter. And of course the last thing that you can do is a lovely starry night. Do you remember at the beginning I said to you, get somebody to help you cut out some templates? One of the first templates you'll get on Google is lots of stars of different sizes like that. Cut them all out, stick them onto a black piece of card, and then put some silver glitter around it. You can use Tipp-Ex and so on to make it look like more stars in the sky. I told you last week, if you use glitter, just check where in the house the grown-ups are happy for you to use glitter, because glitter goes everywhere. I did that in my kitchen, but you can end up with glitter everywhere, and even afterwards it falls off around the Christmas tree and so on. So just check up, don't just get the glitter out and get glitter all over your dining room carpet. I've done that, and it's so difficult to get it up, and you have glitter everywhere for a long, long time. And I mean a long time. It will still be Easter and there'll be glitter around your house. So just check up with the grown-up what room they're happy for you to get the glitter out in. I expect they'll ask you to do it in the kitchen or your playroom or somewhere like that. So a starry week. We've got our glitter stars, and remember where you do the glittering is very important. You've got your stars that you can hang up in your tree, and you can do lots of those. I've done those too, and then the red one that I showed you earlier on, here's the red one. Remembering to get help with the hole punching. And the last one is the one that we did like that, which is the, whoops, it's the 2 for the price of 1, where you get the lovely picture and then you get the star, and you leave it so that it can dry, and then you decorate it. So lots of stars. We've got one more Crafty Tuesday to go before the big day, and next week at Crafty Tuesday we're going to make some Christmas nativity scenes. So if you've got any stickers, or you're going shopping and you see any stickers, that would be really, really good. And if you tell Mum and Dad that you can get them on Amazon and they still will arrive before next Crafty Tuesday, because we could do some nativity scenes, and it would be really good if you had kitchen roll or something like that to make some Mary and Joseph's. So have a good week. Be good, because you know Santa likes people who are on the good list and not the naughty list. So be good, and see you next week. Goodbye.